67th Street. Just a little tidbit of information. 67, probably one of my luckiest numbers. Making a turn right there, eastbound on 67th Street, paralleling the 91 freeway. Let's see if what that street does for this guy. He's been riding those brakes pretty hard. I mean, he speeds up, he hits those brakes. Whoa! Little bit of a bump right there. Don't know if that's a lease vehicle, but I wouldn't want to be the guy buying it after him. That is for sure. That was a pretty hard bump right there. High speeds. Another tight turn. My desk is calling me. I'll be back with you guys in just a moment. Hey there, Simon Desk. What can I do for you? I know. You guys are like on some kind of super major delay. That's like long time ago, man. Long time. But thank you for that. Yeah. We're live on the web. I reported it. I said I'm playing with you. I'm really worried about this. This guy's driving really, really fast, and I'm just afraid he's going to crash into somebody. And I'm having, obviously, there are no streets for us, and they're not calling anything out, so it's pretty difficult. Got my hands full, and just being hopeful that this guy doesn't crash. They're watching him right now. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. They're just watching to see where this guy's going, and he's continuing to drive like a maniac. Yes, there is. Southbound, what do you think this is? Downey? Southbound Downey. Back with you guys on the web. Southbound Downey, an Audi on Downey. Southbound, high speeds, hard turns. I would guess we're in Long Beach. No, we are Ramona Park. I'm being serious by that. Ramona Park. Continuing on southbound, we're going to be in the Long Beach area. If you guys are listening on the web right now, this is going to be Long Beach area. We're probably on Downey. Solid red coming up, basically a lot going on this afternoon. A lot of people asking me questions. A lot of people want to know where we are, what's going on. Made another hard westbound turn. That's the first time we've seen him make a westbound turn in the Long Beach area. This is the first time I'm looking out the window, and there's a passenger in that car. So there's somebody in the passenger seat of this vehicle, which just makes me kind of think to myself, who is sitting in the passenger seat of this car? And as any kind of this is great, keep doing this. Wow. Another solid red right there, westbound. Looks like we're on a major road. I would guess maybe South Street. Higher speeds out here. And, again, vehicle moving, high rate of speed. Only thing that's chasing them is the helicopter. And that would be the sheriff's helicopter. That's been watching the guy trying to make a turn. Whoa! There we go. Made contact with that guy right there. First time we saw him make a collision, and that Audi just keeps on going. Look at that. Hit and run. Whoa, hit and run number 2 right there. Oh, so just passing Cherry on South Street. We're westbound. Continuing on, saw 2 collisions in the last couple of minutes. Nothing super major, but if it was my car, I'd be furious, that's for sure. These speeds continuing, and this is what really worries me, is there are people standing there, walking across the street right there, coming up to another major street right there, southbound on Orange, hard turn, and it's continuing on now southbound on Orange. We're definitely in the Long Beach area. Audi continues to elude the helicopter. Does it even make sense? I can't even say those words and go. It's like nails on a chalkboard. It's coming up on another solid red light right there, making another crazy hard turn. Parts of the Audi now starting to fall off. Making a westbound. It looks like a smaller road, but still a major. It's not like a residential. It was a westbound turn off of Orange. Continuing on right now. And, we could be coming up on Long Beach. I'm trying to stay wider and read the map at the same time. Hard on the brakes, making a little bit of a U-turn there. I guess he missed his turn. Maybe he is going somewhere. Again, I can't understand how he hasn't gotten to where he wants to be yet. Somebody in the roadway right there. Luckily, he did slow down for that person. and again making another hard turn on a street. We are in the city of Long Beach. We are in the city of Long Beach, yes. Another hard turn. Looks like he's coming to a stop. They're going to drop off the passenger there. There we go. The passenger's jumped out. Car's continuing on. Basically, it looked like a female got out and over there to that apartment complex. Now, let me get you a name of the street. I probably can pull this off. Atlantic. Well, you know what we know about this car is this guy drives like crazy. Now he's just jumping out, running across the street. We're going to kind of keep this wider shot right now, seeing where he is. There he is. He's underneath the helicopter, running the opposite direction behind the trees. And he's continuing on. Well, hopefully we'll get a shot of him right there. There he goes, continuing on, northbound on Atlantic. Northbound on Atlantic, continuing to run. The sheriff's car is getting a little bit closer. He's making his way into the shrubbery out here. I'd like to say over there by the red or the purple plant, but that's not going to help the officers. Continuing on back across the street, running across Atlantic right now. So that's the first time we got a cleaner shot of this guy. This guy earlier on, we've seen 2 hit and runs with that vehicle, extremely high speeds, extremely dangerous situation. You know, this was one of the ones where we're just watching. I was in awe. We were on the web for a while there, and I really, truly, I couldn't even speak at some points because it was like, I just was like, what is this guy running for? What is he doing? There he goes. Now he's got his hands up. Officers, deputies from the sheriff's department. Oh, no, they're not deputies. Those are Long Beach PD right there making contact with that suspect. This is the first time we've actually seen that person. Did drop off somebody. I don't know if we were live when that happened. Dropped somebody off. Appeared to be a female passenger. And that was also, I was just in shock. There's a passenger inside this car making all those crazy moves, driving that crazy. You'd think that that person would have said at some point, hey, I'm not down with this, slow it down. Right now, though, we've seen 2 collisions, and the suspect now going into custody. Like you said, started in the Carson area. I was going to say Carson-Compton, but in the Carson area, deputies were in pursuit. They gave it up because of the crazy driving. That driving did not slow down, and now coming to an end out here on Atlantic in the Long Beach area, Long Beach PD taking this guy into custody. Well, the recaps would be just incredibly high speeds, crazy maneuvers, wrong side of the road, many times, cutting several vehicles off. It seemed like every light he came to this afternoon was red. He was weaving, he was cutting people off, wrong side of the road, extremely high speeds. At one point, we did see a pedestrian running to get out of the way, with a dog, and then we saw him in neighborhoods, very small neighborhoods, doing those same types of maneuvers. It was incredible that nobody was hurt. We did see him make contact collision with 2 vehicles, basically almost back to back. One of those cars, an SUV, basically hit it as that car doing what he was supposed to do, blinker on, making that right turn into a shopping center, and this guy just crashing into the side of that car. Then a few moments later, while trying to get away from that crash, he sideswipes another car waiting for their light. That's the wreck. That's what we've been talking about just moments ago. Sorry, I don't have a feed, but there's a side swipe. That was right after that first collision, so those were almost back to back. That suspect right there causing all this havoc on the roads today. Luckily, nobody is severely injured. The car has been left here on Atlantic. That passenger got out just off of a smaller street by Atlantic. Long Beach PD in the end here taking this person into custody. It just got to be clear. The Sheriff's Department helicopter was over this vehicle almost the entire time. So was there a pursuit? That's a hard call, but we can tell you there were no reds and blues behind this car while he was driving like a maniac. So if he should have slowed down, he should have done it, but he didn't. And where he was going, gosh only knows, because in the end, he's in cuffs. A couple of people's cars are damaged, and so many civilians so close to injury this afternoon. that's the apartment building right there. That's the area where that person was dropped off. And then the car continued on Atlantic. In the end, the guy was taken into custody at 51st and Atlantic. If you guys weren't watching, basically what was happening there is he ran back the other way. The car farther down the way, right there, he basically tried to park it. He did park it, dropped it, the vehicle right there, and then was running. He ran a good distance back northbound. Long Beach PD taking that guy into custody. We do see some Sheriff's Department deputies there as well. And then that person that they dropped off, well, you know, I don't know if there is a crime being committed if you're a passenger in that vehicle. I mean, I don't really know. They don't seem to be making an effort to find that person. But that's the area right there where that what we believe to be a female get out of the car and basically make their way into that apartment complex or in that alleyway right there. Right now, though, all coming to an end. 51st and Atlantic is where that suspect was taken into custody. My pilot, John, rolling his eyes at me a little bit earlier when I said that the helicopter was over it. They weren't in the beginning. That is a definite. And they were using us, actually, as a beacon to find where this chase was. So, at any rate, it is over. Thank goodness nobody seriously hurt. And now my desk is calling me. Go ahead, assignment desk. "51st and Atlantic." 51st and Atlantic is where it ended. That would be Long Beach. Yes, sir, Long Beach. I'll tell him in a second. We have about 40 minutes of fuel. 40 minutes of fuel. Copy all. And if you guys are still watching on the web, what I was just doing right there is for technical talk, was what's called a white balance. You saw the picture got all blue, and I zoomed in on that roof right there that happened to be white, and now it looks more correct again. That's just camera stuff. And it's as the sun goes down, the temperature, there's a temperature, a light temperature, not the temperature where you go, oh gosh, it's cold, or oh gosh, it's hot. It's the color of the light changes. If anybody that's a photographer, they all know it. Other people are going, what? But at any rate, that's what I was doing right there. We're on our way to a shooting. I don't know if it's a shooting death, but a shooting in the city of Santa Monica. Nice neighborhood. Body found between a Bentley and a Ferrari in somebody's driveway. Our desk has been working to get more information on what was going on over there. Don't know if you're going to hear us or see us, but that's our direction right now. Go ahead, assignment desk.
Good afternoon. I'm Glenn Walker in the KTLA 5 studios along with Lou Parker. We have some breaking news in the Southgate area of Greater Los Angeles. Police in pursuit of a stolen white van.
Mark Konos, Sky 5. Mark, what you got?
Hey there, yeah, this is a pursuit of a stolen vehicle here, this white van out of the Southgate city, and this is now in Compton. Now, we just have been following this vehicle southbound on Atlantic Boulevard, and it looks like we're just coming up on East Compton Boulevard here, where he is kind of maneuvering in and out of traffic, and it looks like he is foot-bailed. Okay, and, well, there's going to be one person there. The driver of the vehicle, or perhaps the passenger who took over driving, Tooties, is going to continue southbound here. Now, we are, again, coming through Compton here. That person who got out of the car and was lying down at the intersection is going to be taken into custody here. I can see one unit approaching that guy, but this guy is still kind of moving along here. We're on Murr Street, and now eastbound, coming up on Atlantic Avenue here. Atlantic Avenue, it looks like he's gearing up to make, well, let's see, a southbound turn. So he's going to turn right, head southbound. Now, there are at least 3 units on the ground who are either following him or paralleling him, but I can tell you there is also a sheriff's helicopter, Sheriff's Air Air 7, who has been watching this guy very closely. Now, it is unknown how many people still remain in the van. We know at least 2 were in the van. 1 got out, and now we have the driver and potentially more suspects in the vehicle here. Again, a stolen vehicle, we believe out of the Southgate jurisdiction here, southbound on Atlantic Boulevard, and we're just going to be coming up on Alondra Boulevard here, and he is driving extremely recklessly. Wow, look at that. Okay, opposing lanes of traffic, and now turning eastbound on Alondra, and he is going to be coming up on the 710 freeway here, of course, with the opportunity to actually get on the freeway should he choose. Now, it looks like he's going to stay on Alondra here and head eastbound, and he's going to cross over the lanes of the 710 freeway, but again, he can still get on the 710 freeway, and it looks like he's actually slowing down to do so. And yeah, okay, we're going to be on freeways, guys. We're going to be on freeways, 710 freeway northbound right here at Alondra, and we are going to be heading in through the Compton area back up towards Southgate, perhaps over towards the 105 freeway here. So there you go. At least 2 units are in direct proximity to him, along with the Sheriff's Air 7 airship, and now this stolen van is going to be northbound on the 710 freeway here, guys.
All right, Mark Kono, up in Sky 5 continues the pursuit of this stolen white van. We saw just a couple of minutes ago that there were actually 2 people in the vehicle, and when they were on surface streets, somebody that was in the passenger side just completely bailed out, didn't even try to run, just went prone right down on the sidewalk and completely gave up. But the driver of the van continues to keep going, and now we see him on the 710 and now exiting the 710.
And he's driving very recklessly. You can see there, got onto the 710. Now it looks like he merged over. Where did he merge over to, Mark?
He's just gotten off the freeway is what happened here. He got on at Alondra, went 1 exit up to Rosecrans, and that's where we are again. Rosecrans, and it looks like he's setting up to make an eastbound turn off in towards, well, let's see, Bellflower eventually here, but we'll get there shortly. But in the meantime, though, we are now eastbound on Rosecrans from the 710 freeway. You see the driver of this van driving kind of erratically at this point here, and you saw him in opposing lanes of traffic, driving very erratically on the freeway here, even taking the shoulder at one point as he was exiting here at Rosecrans. But now this guy is kind of making his way on surface streets eastbound again on the major here. This is going to be Rosecrans, and we are just passing Orange Avenue, and it looks like he's going to make a southbound turn onto Orange Avenue. Now, this is going to put him squarely into a residential neighborhood here. So let's see what he does here, but at any rate, he is going to be turned, right into the residential neighborhood here. Perhaps this is an area that he knows. We just don't know at this point. I've got you. But he is now, again, in this residential area here, and, this is exceedingly dangerous because of the possibility of pedestrians walking on the street, slow-moving cars. We have narrower lanes because cars are parked on the street here. So now we are, again, in this residential neighborhood, and I'm going to try and get a street for you, and let's see, we'll try and get that for you here shortly. But in the meantime, this guy is just kind of squeezing in and out of lanes here, moving by some slower-moving vehicles here. And I can tell you right now, he's going to be coming up on an intersection where there is an opposing truck, and he's just going to squeeze right by it. Okay, so there you go. Through the stop sign and in through the residential neighborhood here, passing slower. Oh, okay, there's a bicyclist. Okay, so you can kind of get a sense for what we're working with here. A very dangerous driver here. Now we are southbound, and we're going to be coming up on Rosecrans here in a matter of, looks like 1, 2, 3 blocks or so. So that'll be the first major that he has an opportunity to turn left or right on, or perhaps even go straight. So let's see. He's going to make the eastbound turn. Eastbound turn 2 blocks north of Rosecrans here, and now we are kind of traveling eastbound through this residential neighborhood still. Now, again, the sheriff's airship is still in very close proximity to him, as are 2 additional units from quite possibly still the Southgate PD. I don't have any confirmation of that, but he is now going to be on Orange Avenue southbound, just 2 blocks away from Rosecrans, and there he is, and he's going to be coming up on Rosecrans here momentarily here, and he's going to have to evade. Oh my gosh, right through the intersection there. Okay, you see almost T-bone that car that was just coming up on the green light here, making his way through. So there you go. You kind of get a sense for what this driver is doing as he travels at a very high rate of speed. Orange Avenue southbound from Rosecrans, and he'll be heading over towards Alondra here shortly, guys.
Yeah, Mark Kono, it's so scary to watch this guy drive here because he is flying through stop signs, no regard for pedestrians or the cyclists that we saw or other vehicles, and he was in that residential area there for a while. No word as of right now, too, if you're just joining us, at least clearly a driver in this white van. We have seen one passenger jump out of the van, and we're assuming that police have him or her in custody.
Okay.
But still unclear how many people could be in this van. It is a stolen vehicle, reportedly. We just saw him drive down a one-way street. He's going through intersections with no regard, just flying through intersections. So that's what's scary. And this is a larger vehicle. You know, if it hits something or T-bones another vehicle, you know, they're probably going to lose.
Yeah, we believe this is a vehicle that was stolen in Southgate. One of the agencies that is in pursuit is the Southgate Police Department. He's also gone through Compton, in Paramount, and he just basically, at some point, kind of driving around in circles. There's a good chance that he is somebody who was from the area, just because he seems to be sticking to the same general area of, you know, a couple of cities that are in southeast LA County. We've also saw him cross a yellow double line a couple of times, as you said, going down the one-way street. So even though the passenger said, I've had enough of this, apparently that's not the case with this driver.
Well, this pursuit started in the Southgate area, ended up in Compton. We also saw him jump onto the 710 northbound just for a moment. He went up like one or two exits and then exited, I believe Mark said, Rosecrans. Ooh. But see, now he's going the opposite direction on a one-way. Mark?
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing it. Yeah, very dangerous conditions here. We've been talking about this wow, okay, there you go. He just made an eastbound turn, on the major there. And, yeah, he is driving. Okay, this is going to put him, hang on a second. This is going to put him in a cul-de-sac here, guys. This is going to put him in a cul-de-sac and a parking lot for an industrial complex. It looks like there's a Target here, and he's going to pull into the parking lot. Let's see what he does here, because his options are sort of semi-limited at this point. He's going between the buildings over towards the rear of the building where the loading docks are here. So he has a left turn or a right turn to make, and that is what he's going to do here. Okay, so, okay, one person coming out the passenger door, another person, possibly the driver, coming out, and these guys are taking a footbail here, and now they are just kind of in the embankment right on the north side of the 91 freeway here. They are running and eastbound through industrial section here right at the back of the Target store, and now they're going to be coming up on some railroad tracks here. So let's see if we can get into position here. Okay, there's one of them emerging, and what's he going to do here? There's the second person. There's the second one. One person is going to be going southbound underneath the 91 freeway, and the other one, it looks like, is doing the same here. So there's the closest officer right there, chasing as fast as he can, and it looks like he's got a gun in his hand, and it looks like he is prepared to try and run us down. And hopefully that remains the case here. But again, this is all happening underneath the 91 freeway right here at about Garfield, right at Garfield. So let's see what happens here if, in fact, they emerge from that overpass on the southbound side of the 91 freeway here. And this is going to be right at the tracks, just a little bit east of Garfield by about 1 block here. So I don't have anyone coming out on the left side there. That would be, okay, there's one of them. Okay, there's one of them, and it looks like he's coming up on that fence, and it looks like, okay, zoom in. Okay, zoom in. Let's see what's going on. Okay, top right. Move, right there. Two, right there. Okay, two of those suspects on foot there, now kind of paralleling the tracks. And we are kind of in an interface here where on the west side of the tracks we have a residential area. On the east side of the tracks it's purely industrial here. So, whoa.
And the officer...
He's been shot.
Okay, yeah, pull out. Okay, it looks like he's back up. Adam, just off your left low. Okay, so it looks to me like we have at the very least, one of those suspects possibly down here, and we will try and make sense of this over the course of the next couple of minutes here, but we don't want to zoom into too tight of a shot here and expose something that might be a little bit too distasteful for our live audience here, but bear with us here as we try and figure this out. This is happening just a little bit east of Garfield by about 2 blocks here, just south of the 91 freeway, right on top of the railroad tracks. Yeah. Uh, Go ahead, Vance. What's up, man? They think it was a gun, anyways. Yeah, one, the lady, the girl who fled, but yeah, the one male is down. He's kaput. Yeah, that was crazy, right? My goodness. Okay. Yeah. Is it Southgate? Real quick, what about the units on the street on our teaser? Are they Southgate or are they sheriffs? Just, yeah. Just we're gonna try and round it whatever we can. Sheriffs, Southgate. Okay, fair enough. Good. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Uh huh. Uh huh. Okay. There we go. Ooh. Okay. We are not.
This is Eyewitness News with live breaking news.
We begin with breaking news. A police pursuit ends in a deadly shooting in Paramount. The suspect shot and killed while running away near some train tracks. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ellen Leyva.
And I'm Colleen Sullivan. This is Eyewitness News at 3 o'clock. And let's get right to Eyewitness News reporter Giovanna Lara live on the scene with the breaking details. Giovanna.
Colleen, Ellen, the situation here is still unfolding. Right now, I'm near the corner of Artesia and Cherry Boulevard, and I'm going to show you what's happening on Artesia. You can see it's closed behind me. We're seeing a large police presence. Again, the street closed off to traffic, and we know that there has been a fatal officer-involved shooting. One of two suspects was shot dead by authorities, and we have some video for you. All of this, of course, starting as a police pursuit out of Southgate on southbound Atlantic Boulevard. This happened about 12:45 today. It wasn't a long pursuit, but the suspect was speeding and driving recklessly at some points, driving on the wrong side of the road, and police, they were following close behind. Also, a few minutes into that pursuit, the suspects bailed out of the van. This happened in a parking lot. A man and a woman got out of that van. They hopped a fence and they took off running. Now, the man was then seen running along railroad tracks. I believe we have that video. And when he reached, this is when he reached into a bag and apparently pulled out what appears to be a gun. Now, officers nearby then opened fire, striking that male suspect several times. That suspect was pronounced dead at the scene. Now, this video, I believe it's what you're seeing right now, highlights where you can see what looks to be a weapon in this suspect's hand. Now, right now, it is not clear where the female suspect is, and we are still waiting to get more information from authorities who we are told are on the way. We're told that LA County Sheriff's Department will be leading this investigation. As soon as we get more information from them, we'll bring it to you. Colleen?
All right, Giovanna, thank you very much.
They're watching him right now. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. They're just watching to see where this guy's going. And he's continuing to drive like a maniac. Yes, there is. Southbound, what do you think this is? Downey? Southbound Downey. Southbound Downey. Back with you guys on the web. Southbound Downey. An Audi. Audi on Downey. Southbound. High speeds. Hard turns. I would guess we're in Long Beach. No. We are Ramona Park. Ramona Park. I'm being serious by that. Ramona Park. Continuing on southbound, you know, we're going to be in the Long Beach area. If you guys are listening on the web right now, this is going to be Long Beach area. We're probably on Downey. Solid red coming up, you know. Basically, a lot going on this afternoon. A lot of people asking me questions. A lot of people want to know where we are, what's going on. Made another hard westbound turn. That's the first time we've seen him make a westbound turn in the Long Beach area. You know, this is the first time I'm looking out the window, and there's 67th Street. Just a little tidbit of information, 67, probably one of my luckiest numbers. Making a turn right there, eastbound on 67th Street, paralleling the 91 freeway. Let's see if what that street does for this guy. He's been riding those brakes pretty hard. I mean, he speeds up, he hits those brakes. Whoa! Little bit of a bump right there. Don't know if that's a lease vehicle, but I wouldn't want to be the guy buying it after him. That is for sure. That was a pretty hard bump right there. High speeds, another tight turn. My desk is calling me. I'll be back with you guys in just a moment. Hey there, Simon Desk. What can I do for you? There's a passenger in that car. So there's somebody in the passenger seat of this vehicle, which just makes me kind of think to myself, who is sitting in the passenger seat of this car? And as any kind of like, yeah, this is great. Keep doing this. Yeah, wow. Another solid red right there, westbound. Looks like we're on a major road. I would guess maybe South Street. Higher speeds out here. And, again, vehicle moving, high rate of speed. Only thing that's chasing them is the helicopter. And that would be the sheriff's helicopter. That's been watching the guy trying to make a turn. Whoa! I know. You guys are like on some kind of super major delay. That's like long time ago, man, long time. But thank you for that. Yeah. We're live on the web. I reported it. I said I'm playing with you. I'm really worried about this. This guy's driving really, really fast, and I'm just afraid he's going to crash into somebody. And I'm having, obviously, there are no streets for us, and they're not calling anything out, so it's pretty difficult. Got my hands full, and just being hopeful that this guy doesn't crash.